Hi there, and welcome back to Nick and Jeff. I'm Nick.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to do our very first podcast ever. How do you feel about that, Jeffrey?
If we call it the Jeff and Nick podcast, it's fine.
I'm totally fine with it being the Jeff and Nick podcast. But I thought for our first topic, so that we cannot fluff around and do all this sorts of stuff, for our first topic, we would talk about the video I just posted today of my top 10 greatest games of all time. So I want to know your list, but before I find out your list, I want to ask you a couple of questions about my list.
Go for it, Nick.
Because I'm selfish like that. So are there any games on the list there that you think are missing? That you think like for me that surprised you? That's not on my list?
Yes, I did. I honestly thought you would put Dead Space or maybe Dead Space 2. I thought about Dead Space 2.
Yep.
For my list, but you're an even bigger fan of the Dead Space franchise than I am.
Yeah.
I've only played we did play number 3 together, but I think that was a completely forgettable experience. So,
it was.
That just ruined everything.
Yep.
Dead Space 2. Oh my God. It is so good. And it made me want to go back and play Dead Space 1 because I was too scared to play Dead Space 1. But yes, I felt Nick missed Dead Space. I was shocked.
When I first sat down and made the list, the only thing that was changed on there was swapping Resident Evil 4 for Dead Space 2. And I started recording, and as I was recording, I'm talking about Dead Space 2. I was like, you know what? I've played Dead Space 2 or 3 times, and then I never touched it again. Resident Evil 4, we've played so many times.
I reckon at least 14 times.
And I don't know if Dead Space 2 would hold up nowadays, but like it's just out of both games, comparing both games.
Well, Nick, it is on Game Pass, so you can try it out for yourself.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll change the list later on. But yeah, Dead Space 2 was there. It was in place of Resident Evil 4. So
honestly, your list, I've forgotten half of it, but your list doesn't surprise me at all for Nick.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And I was very impressed that you decided to use every single video transition you could find.
Yes.
And I don't know, this is just me thinking, I'm like, I think Nick took some video lessons that maybe I taught him, right? Like you didn't stop talking the whole time.
Nope.
And I'm like, well, that's pretty much Nick. That's Nick. He's good at that. Right. Did he stop talking and he cut it, but he put the game footage on top. So it seemed seamless the whole time.
Yeah, I did.
That's
all your advice. That's your advice.
And I'm like, we're all self-taught. We don't know anything better.
Absolutely.
We're just teaching ourselves. But I'm like, Nick did a really good job if he did that. Otherwise, he just talked the whole time and he was really good at it.
No, that was your editing and your training skills, and we make each other better. That's the whole point of the chat with you. You make me better, I make you better, and you've taught me a lot with video editing and vice versa, I think. Yeah. But anything else you think's missing?
They're all very new games. I'll
Final
say
Fantasy
that, right?
7?
Nah, that's not it.
Oh, I really loved it. Okay,
well,
what
you
else?
wouldn't go on the platinum, but I don't know. I just noticed they're very new games, right? I don't think you had a lot of not retro games, but
true.
I don't know. They're all pretty modern.
They are,
say that.
And that's the thing. I thought about that too. I was like, you know what? All the games are very modern, but at the same time, as we move on and as we get older and older, games just keep getting better and better and better. Like
they do.
Like, not that old games are suddenly crap. There's old games that are still classic, but I feel like there's things that just make the new ones just better and better and better. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good list.
Okay.
I like Spider-Man. No Sonic.
No Sonic.
A lot of those games would be on my list too, right?
Okay.
But that would be boring. So I definitely didn't choose any of those games.
Oh, I just realized I haven't hit play on the YouTube footage. That's supposed to play. You can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just a Capcom logo. We haven't been sponsored by Capcom, but there you go. Now we got some footage playing in the
yeah. Oh, and obviously I noticed, like, who's got time to record game footage? Like, Nick's just gone through all the trailers on YouTube, downloaded the file, and then just put that as gameplay footage. That's exactly that's such a smart, easy thing to do. I'm like, I don't have time to capture all the footage. Hopefully it converts over. I'm like, some publisher has made a beautiful trailer and I'm going to use that with all the thousands of cuts they've made. So Yes, well done to your video editing. I was quite
Thank you.
proud.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay, moving on to the next question. I guess the biggest question is I want to know your list. I want to know what, like, if you could only play 10 games for the rest of your life, what are those 10 games you would play?
Is that the definition? Oh no.
No, top 10 best
You
games
know
of all
what?
time.
I will give you a list of 12 games.
Okay, 12 games.
Everything from a different year, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't overlap.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to go?
We'll
I
go
think
10,
we should start.
Yeah, worst to best. Not that that'll be, the 10 will
No,
be, the 12 will be bad.
I've got them in year. Do you
Oh,
want to
okay.
start at the earliest or start at the latest and go backwards?
Okay.
I think I want to go backwards.
Okay, that's fine. We can go backwards.
People will be most interested in
Modern
the
games.
newest stuff, I think.
Okay. Can you save
And
your
then
favorite
they'll
for
get
last?
bored.
Can you save your favorite for last?
Yes,
Okay,
I
cool.
did.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
All right. So
I feel like
2001.
Oh, 2001. Can I? Oh,
Yeah, I want you to guess.
2001. It'd be. Is it? Oh, 2001. We would have been 11.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. 2021. My bad.
Oh, 2021.
Last year. I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard.
I was like, we're 11. Metroid
No.
Dread. Metroid Dread for last
Easy.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between Resident Evil Village, which I did love, but I love Metroid Dread even more. And I finished that 3 times back to back, right?
Of course.
Actually, I think I did Village too, but man, Dread just you didn't have to make a choice. You just go forward, you get all the power up, you keep getting better and better. I loved it. It was amazing. It was worth the wait.
I
don't need to speak any more about it.
I loved how fast paced the game was. You're right. You just kept going and going and going. Next power up. Oh, sweet. More stuff to kill. Next power up. Next power up. It really was. I'm not surprised that's the first game. I mean, I guess it's straight away, but
right.
yeah. So that's great.
Next one is came out in 2019, but I don't think I played it in 2019. I think it was probably 2020, maybe.
Hades.
No.
Did Hades come out 2019?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the years are a blur.
Yeah,
probably.
Anyway.
I think Hades came out in 2020. But anyway, it inspired me so much, Nick. It was to do a YouTube review of it, and it was a short hike.
Oh, okay.
I just think that game is just like this mini Zelda Animal Crossing mountain climb thing. Like,
yeah,
and it was just.
For those of you watching out there who don't know what a short hike is, shame on you because you haven't been keeping up with our channel. But Jeffrey made a short video on a short hike. Was it last year you made the video?
Yeah, I think it was last year, the year before. But basically,
the video goes for like what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It's super short.
It was just the combination of exploring and climbing was just so good, and it's just like your goal is to get to the top of the mountain. I mean, lots of games are that, but you can do it all in 2 hours. It just brought me so much joy. It was only $10. And then
I think a lot of people thought.
I think a lot of people thought the graphics were ugly, but that's just because they had to put the slider to nice. Not DS looking.
That's right. Yeah, I completely forgot I had an ugly mode because you told me to play it. You told me to buy it, so I bought it, downloaded it, played it, and it really is. It's a charming little 2-3 hour adventure. It's super cute and just like it was, but it never stopped being rewarding and fun. Like you just wanted to keep going, and it's great.
That's it. All right, next one is from 2016.
Okay.
I think you hate it.
2016. I wanted
an RPG.
I wanted to, the Ni no Kuni.
Why would that be my favorite?
I don't know. I hated Ni no Kuni.
It's so I'm gonna say Persona 5, Nick. You I've only finished it once. I haven't played Persona 5 Royal, but like you gave me that PS Vita. And you're like Jeffrey, you have to play Persona 4 Golden, and it was like the best RPG I've ever played. Right?
Yep.
But it was long, really long. But Persona 5 was even longer. But just the style of the game was just so good. And obviously, I had been to Japan multiple times, so reliving that little otaku Japanese lifestyle was just like, amazing. But what made it so good, obviously, is you're in the dungeons. The dungeons are a bit of a drag, but then you have the social relationships, and then whatever you do in the social dating sim high school world gets you better in the dungeons, right?
Yep.
And then you go through these dungeons, and then you get to the last day of the dungeon, and then like all of a sudden you've been through this slog, and you know every enemy now, and now you got to get to like the boss area, and the music changes, and the rhythm of you, the player, like you're just selecting like the gun, the the super effective attack, and all out attacks, and it's just like the just awesome rhythm you can do for the turn-based strategy. It's a turn-based game, isn't it? Like the rhythm of the battles was just felt so good, and obviously it goes on forever, but I felt like that was a really influential game for me. And obviously I recently played Persona 5 Strikers, which is also pretty good, and the music doesn't stop in my life.
The music's the best part. The music is by far the best part for me.
And like, I find I spend hours at a time like, oh, I should be listening to a podcast, I should be walking, I should be talking to somebody. I'm like, oh no, I'm just gonna listen to Persona 5 album again continuously on repeat, like so much that I'm just like, oh, wouldn't it be great if me and Nick did like a dance routine? And I could probably buy the Persona 5 dancing game and we could probably do it. That'd be really cool.
That does sound like I would do that with you. That just sounds like another fun memory waiting to happen. So, and I didn't hate Persona 5. It's just so long, like 100 hours to finish.
It is too long. And then I felt like, because you want to make the video, and then all the video software crashed or something.
Yeah, it was going to be.
I'm like, that's why Nick hates it.
It was going to be my very first video for the Nick versus Jeff channel, Nick and Jeff channel, and all the footage that I captured for it, like my computer crashed and I lost it all, and I was like, oh, stupid game, and it was so long, and I spent put so much effort into doing stuff for it, but I think I'd just like to see a 30-hour Persona, a really short Persona.
Yeah,
but I still loved it.
That'd be much better.
Still fun, I think. But you're right. I think knowing that you went to Japan and being more invested in that culture and the way they live, and like seeing, is it Shinjuku or wherever the place is in the game, it's the same.
Yeah, all of Shibuya.
Shibuya, that's right. Yeah, because the
town
is
the one with the crossing.
Yeah,
but you never actually really saw the crossing. In the game for some reason,
but still, yeah,
you just sort of go straight to like the walking mall thing.
Okay,
but okay, so also you should definitely play Strikers now that it's PlayStation Plus. Yeah, you should.
I'd say I'll think about it, but really I won't think about it at all.
I know it starts out slow, but yeah, and I've used Persona 5 Strikers music in some of my own videos, like just because it's like catchy background music. All right, keep going.
What's the next one?
2014, Nick.
2014.
Now, I'll say this one came out first on the 3DS.
Oh, I feel like I think now, thinking back to the years, like I'd be better with like the 90s stuff and maybe, I don't know, the earlier stuff, but I'd need like a list of 10 games from that year and be like, oh, it's that one. I think if I'm going to guess them, because for some reason now my brain's like,
I felt putting the years was fun, and it helped me decide. But so basically, you said Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and yeah, I agree. It is the ultimate Smash. It is the best one. But I had some really fun memories on the Super Smash Bros. 4 3DS, not the Wii U one, the 3DS one, because custom moves.
Move. But
I just had. It was the first thing that taught me how to like get used to the new controls without using a GameCube controller. Like, I love the GameCube controller, but I'm just like, I'm done.
We need something different. Yeah, it's been.
I need something different. Like,
it's been 20 years. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, obviously having a 3DS and then going through every single person's, getting all their custom moves was like one of the funnest memories I have on 3DS. And then, you build this custom character and then I fight you and you're like, oh, what the hell is all these moves? Like, I don't know what this sort of wind up Donkey Kong wind punch is instead of the normal punch. Like, and even like Mario's flood backpack, like, it's the worst shittest move. Right, and so it turns into like a scalding, like burning water.
So are you saying you think that the 3DS Smash Brothers is better than the
No, I'm not saying it's better than the Ultimate, but I'm just saying it's a really good, one of my top 10 influential games that I've enjoyed.
Okay.
The most.
I'm trying
good memories.
Right, because I was trying to think of like, what is this list? It's not top 10 Jeffrey's best games of all time, but you're right, games that made an impact on you. Is that what?
Yeah, like, because otherwise I would say the same stuff as you, and that's boring.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Right, so
2012. Nick, I mean, I can keep talking about Smash Brothers.
I mean, I do miss those custom moves. Don't get me wrong. I would have liked to have earned more of them, but
I just think it was like a really good goal because you had, I think, nearly
so many
40. No, it's more than 45.
there was
Nearly 50 characters
on the roster.
I
Yes,
think.
heaps of characters, and they all had 3
And
moves.
so, like, yeah, they all, well, way more than 3
no,
moves.
sorry, 9 moves.
Each move had 3 moves, I think.
Yeah, so 9 moves.
Yeah, so you know, it was a really good goal, and it was really fun.
And I guess you had all that train time. Yeah.
Yes, back when I took the train. So, going to go back another year, 2 years, 2012. I'll say I played this game with you.
Oh, A Way Out? No, we're too young. We're too young for that. Dead Space? No, it couldn't be Dead Space.
I think it's on PS. It's on a lot of things, but I think we played it on PS3.
Oh, we've played so many games together. We played it on PS3. Oh God,
it's short
PS3 game. No, I got nothing good. And that's if I could edit it, it'd be, I guess, I could be like, I got it. But I don't want to be sitting here. Like if we were at your place and I could sit down for 2 minutes and be like, that's got to be it. But because it's on a podcast, I'm like, what is
Journey?
It? Oh, right, of course.
Because Nick, like, do you remember? Like, I can't remember if it was you or me, whoever played the game first, but we tried to play the game together. And there is no way to like choose a friend to play with. Just choose a random person. Like the internet just choose a random person.
That's right.
And then we just kept restarting, and we found each other.
That's right. Yes.
And we went through the whole journey together. Oh, I think we both had done it, but there's a trophy to go through the journey with one other person the whole time.
That's right. Yes, there was. And I think we were also just trying to get all the trophies. But I you're right. Trying to think back to that moment when I don't know how many times we've restarted it to do the journey together, because there wasn't any voice chat, and so we just like we're on our phones. Is that you?
I think we had our PS3s at someone's house,
and we're mashing the little talk button where they just do the little woo, woo, just, oh my God,
and we got so excited.
I found you and making the journey.
What game is this on screen, Nick? Who had the beard? There's some guy with a beard.
Was it? I don't know. Maybe Kratos. There's probably a delay.
No, I think it was a real life person. Anyway, got distracted. So your Journey's cool. I thought about Flower, but Journey is like so good. Everyone can play it. I really enjoyed it. It's still beautiful to look at, and then just going through that journey with someone, just always so good.
It was cool, and there was something emotional like about it. It really did feel like we were on some sort of special journey together. And when they walk up in the snow and they just
you're like keep going, and you're like, we're dead, and then you get resurrected or whatever.
Yeah,
and then you can pretty much fly. So cool.
What a game! It's funny. It's funny looking back and thinking just like these games that you have these treasured memories with. Yeah. Anyway, we're at like 18 minutes, so we gotta.
Yeah, I know. I keep going.
Yeah, we keep going.
Well, you chose Uncharted 4.
Yep.
I think that's playing on screen right now. I'm going to say Uncharted 2.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I said that in my video,
I think I played 2 first, or maybe did you play 2 first?
No, you played 2 first.
And then, 1, it sucks. I started 1 originally, didn't think much of it. Played 2, and just like the combination of, now you're jumping. Now you're shooting. Now you're exploring. Now you're talking. And just like the pacing, we had never experienced a game like that before, with that kind of storytelling, world building, and just it was the pacing that made the game, right? And then, you've said so many other third-person action adventure games in your list.
Yep.
And, that was one of the first, I think, that I remember that was at that level. Was at that level of detail. Like, it wasn't the player was never bored. You're always doing something different.
Yep.
It's like It Takes Two. We just got to keep the player guessing what's going to come next. And Uncharted 2 was that.
Right. Okay. So, and that, I agree with you. I know we both agree that they're all fantastic games. 2, 3, and 4, so good. But I think
definitely not 1.
No, not 1. Not 1. 1 sucks. But thinking back, because when I was making the list, I was like, which Uncharted? I was like, this and this. But you're right. My screen's freaking out. Number 2 was such a massive leap, and you look at where number 4 was. Like, number 4 is not really, and it's not anything, or there's really not much new or special about it. Comparatively to games today, it wasn't this giant leap going from it. Like, visually, it was very, very pretty, but they're all very pretty. but
I haven't gone back to play Uncharted 2, but I think for the time that it was set in, it was very, very good.
And I think just making the list, I was like, you know what, if which one is a better game? I mean, not a better game for the time. If we're going by in that year, like absolutely Uncharted 2 wins hands down, because in that year it's just there's nothing else like it. It's groundbreaking, it's revolutionary. But I think by the time 4 comes along, 4 takes a big dump on 2. but I don't know. It's yeah, you're not wrong. Like 2 is fantastic. It really is. Like
one of my favorites.
Of course.
And now this one's definitely a favorite. I don't think this will be on anyone's sort of top 10 lists about anything. Okay. But for me, 2008 Prince of Persia was just like one of my all-time favorite games. Of course, you had Nolan North again as the prince.
Yeah.
But it was the story of Elika, the princess or whatever.
Yep.
Of Persia. They never actually say that, do they?
Yeah.
But it was the story, like the sort of spiritual story of Ormaz and Arukam, I think it was. And this, it's sort of like this Arabian sort of magic, ancient religion, I don't know, beings of light. It was just really cool. And everyone slammed it for like, Prince of Persia used to be really hard and you used to have this rewind mechanic, like some of the original games.
Yep.
And this one, if you just fell off, Elika, she's like your partner. She's like, oh, I'll just pick you up, bring you back to that platform you were just on.
Yep.
And people were like, oh, it's so easy.
It was too easy, yeah.
And I'm like, and now, like, everyone's like, oh my God, I died. I have to replay 1 minute of the same game. Like, even 1 minute is too much, right? Yeah. Like, if I die, at least put me back at the exact start of the room or battle or whatever.
It is definitely
I don't want to trudge through anything ever again. Yeah. So, but I really liked the way you could go sort of like, it was split into 4 different paths and you could go and choose any path, right? And you'd get a power and you'd be able to do something else.
Yep.
And, you'd have a little story time with the prince and Elika. And like, no matter which path you went, they're like, oh, I sort of hate you. You're a jerk. And then they'd sort of come around and like each other or understand each other better. And everyone got their own little path to do. And then, of course, the world's ugly. You heal it. Becomes colorful, and then you collect all the light seeds, and it's always really enjoyable.
Prince of Persia definitely does take me back to like as soon as you said it, I was like, oh man, like it time travels my brain back to when you were living at Albion, is it Lutwich? And
Lutwich, yeah.
Lutwich, and just that apartment. And I remember sitting there watching you for hours collecting the light seeds, and it was still so much fun to just before Twitch and all this sort of stuff, but it's still fun to watch you just run around and like climb up a wall and swing and all that. It was so smooth and it was so at the time so streamlined, and this prince was very charming and the princess was also just as charming. And Prince of Persia.
I think the Prince Elika, I think was the Tales of Symphonia Elf Mom? Rain, yes. Rain. I think it was that same voice actor.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
So yeah, it was really good. But so that was probably most unique one on my list, I'd say. That would surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. It's a game I haven't thought about for a long time, but what's good? I wonder if we'll ever come back and do another Prince of Persia or like
they had some DLC for it. They made it a lot harder and more challenging. And the game ended on a cliffhanger, and the DLC also ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, he's like carrying her away into the desert or something like that, and there's like a big storm coming from it. Yeah,
just a big selfish jerk. Yeah. Typical male.
Yeah.
But then, there's another Prince of Persia after that, and it was terrible. The Forgotten Sands, and it was like a tie-in for the movie, and it was just Forgotten Sands, Forgettable Sands. It was ruined it.
You know what I just realized I could do? Because if I were to edit it, I could do timestamps every time you said a game, and then quickly do a YouTube search and then put it in the bottom there. But that's all right. We'll learn that for next time.
Good. I mean, I'm not doing that, but you can.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What's your next game?
So 2005, handheld.
We were 15. Yeah, 2000. Well, you would have been 15.
I would have been 16.
16. So I'm 15. Handheld. So 2005. That's DS Lite time.
DS, yes, DS Lite. I think it's DS Lite. I think it's on
DS Lite for sure.
I think I remember playing it on regular DS too.
I want to say it's the Super Mario 64.
Close.
Oh,
I did think about it.
it's Metroid. Of course, it's Metroid. Prime Hunters.
Oh yeah, actually no, I did think about that too. No, it's not a game I would want to go back to revisit anyway.
Oh, okay. At the time,
I'm gonna say, I'll just tell you, I did think about Mario 64, playing those mini games with you. Very fun.
Even better was
Mario Kart DS.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like, do you remember like how fun? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this was me in my high school.
No, you're right.
For some reason, I had lots of DSs. Oh yeah, because I had the original. I bought a DS Lite. I won a DS Lite because of Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yes.
So I had 3 DSs on me at all times, and it was during high school. And I could give everyone my DS. Some other people would have some, and I would do Mario Kart DS download play.
Yeah.
So you'd slowly download.
You only had one.
You only needed one.
DS. Yeah, only
needed one game card.
Yeah.
And we'd all be in school, maybe even church or whatever, and we'd play Mario Kart DS. And it was so much fun. Like, the battle mode was really good.
Oh, you're right. And
did it have the B? No, that was a 3DS one.
Well, I remember the DS one being so, like, as far as
it had online play the first time as well.
But how twitchy it was and how quick you had to be with the snaking.
The snaking.
Doing this with your thumb on your DS, and the drifting was great. And for the time,
once you got good at the snaking, I was unbeatable.
We play playing battle mode. You blow up the balloons and with the microphone.
Oh yeah, you can hold select.
Because I remember we'd be in church, but I didn't know you could press select, and so like I remember being in church and just being like. You cross the way. It's so much fun. Yeah, great. What a great pick. I really enjoyed the times that we spent playing the was it New Super Mario Brothers?
And Mario Kart DS had the mission mode as well.
Yeah, it was a really great.
Oh, New Super Mario Brothers, is that the one we'd race each other?
No, we got to verse each other. So you had to collect 3 stars.
Oh, and 64. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Because if you were warrior, you could punch really good. Otherwise, you all started out as Yoshi.
I'm talking about the 2D one though. Remember the 2D one? Yeah, it was just like a looping map. So if you just kept running right.
Oh yes. Yeah. It was New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's right. And you got to play as like you pick up the blue Koopa shell, and we just because you'd need like 3 stars or 3 coins, and I'd you'd get 2, and then I'd hit you, so that you'd lose them, and then like I don't know. It was
could you be mini as well? I think.
Yeah, and we'd have matches that would go for half an hour because we just like all we needed was 3, but like you get 1, 2, and then I'd hit you, and they'd go flying, and it just I have so many more fun memories of that than Mario Kart, but I can totally see like the Mario Kart DS with so much fun with as well.
All right, so I could probably smash through this one. 2004, GameCube. I'll just tell you, Pikmin 2.
Pikmin 2.
How many hundred
hours
I played the most because we did the versus mode. I think versus mode's even better, number 3. But I think the single player for the Pikmin 2 was really good, much more better than the first one. Yeah, and then. I played it so much, it's the only time I've decided I am not going to lose a single Pikmin and have 0 deaths and get every single treasure. And I just had a really fond memory of, cheating. I would restart those caves. Like if someone died, you go, restart the cave, or there'd be some sort of trick that you could restart it quicker, so I wouldn't have to do it through the whole loading screen again. But yeah, so Pikmin 2, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, how many 100 hours do you reckon we played of Pikmin 2, like the versus mode? That'd be a couple hundred easy.
I'm glad to forget it because that marble just. I don't want to go back to do it.
Don't take my marble.
And and then I think I definitely had New Play Control one on the Wii, but that
we both played that as well. Yeah. Everyone knows how much we love
$30. It's so cheap.
All right, what else? What's the next one?
All right, we've got 3 left. So this is more than 10. Okay. 3 left. 2003, GameCube.
F-Zero? Is that before F-Zero?
No, I thought about F-Zero, but I'm like, I don't. Like, I love it, but I wouldn't go back.
Wind Waker.
Yay!
Wind Waker, yes.
I'm like, where's the Wind Waker plush? But I think he's literally in a suitcase in the other room.
Yeah, I remember at the time. The year I wasn't sold on Wind Waker. I really, really wasn't. It wasn't until like I played it, I enjoyed it as you know, I thought it was good. But it wasn't until it was HD remastered on the Wii U that I was like, oh, this game's better than like
yeah, like
so many other
the
Zeldas.
Wii U game. The Wii U version made it way better, and it's the sailing, right? The original game, the sailing, it's fine, but like the Wii U version made it better. I played it way more on the GameCube. I would have replayed it multiple times, but it's like the combination of that combat, like one of the first games to have a parry, maybe.
Oh yeah,
and you swing the sword, the symphony sounds would play. They'd get stronger and stronger, like as you did each hit. And then
when your sword would glow, and you'd be like,
but it's the exploring of the islands, right? You know, you get on this boat, and then most of the islands, there's not much to do. It's just find a heart piece or find the rupees or whatever, right? That's what most of them are. But it still felt really fun. Like I'm sailing to this island, I can see it in the distance. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I stop off, I explore, I find something. In the later half of the game, you can go anywhere anyway. Yeah, and then you're like, oh, cool, move on to the next. And like, it was just really rewarding, like really good. Yeah. You know, I could say Ocarina of Time, but you know,
people who say Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game clearly haven't moved on and are still stuck in their childhood. There's so much better games like Ocarina of Time. Yeah, for the time, just like Uncharted 2, the year it came out, there's nothing else better. It's groundbreaking, it's revolutionary, and it's great for the next couple of years. But now there's better Zelda games. There really is.
All right, so 2002, and this is my first double up, Nick.
Oh, Smash Brothers, Melee.
No.
Oh, Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Two.
Keep going. Metroid what?
Metroid Prime.
No.
Oh, Metroid Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion. Yeah. Game Boy Advance. Yes. I think it was my first Game Boy Advance game. Would have been definitely.
I remember being over your place and you playing that game a lot. Like when I was playing my game, but I think I was playing Pokemon a lot of the time, and I feel like you played Fusion a lot.
Yeah, I did a 1% run, which I hate myself for. But basically, you know, in the game, there's not a 0% run.
Trophies before there were trophies.
You are forced to go through a certain section. And it's not health upgrades, it's a missile upgrade. And you're like, I wish it was a health upgrade. But like, people slam Metroid Fusion because they can't go anywhere or everywhere. You're not free to explore. But really, I feel like it's just like modern. It's like a modern game still today. Like, I don't like Super Metroid was great at the time. But I feel like it's really difficult to go back to. Ooh, and Metroid Fusion just made everything sort of smoother, easier, like streamlined controls.
Okay.
And just like a really great adventure. I can do it in 2 hours. So people can get 100% in 2 hours. I don't know how they do that.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Yes. If we've doubled up on Metroids. Obviously, we know how much you love them. If Fusion was brought out tomorrow with the same assets as Metroid Dread, which one do you think do you still think Dread's better?
Oh,
like if
Dread's better because of the flash shift.
The flash shift, is that where you just that's
it's the triple dodge.
Yep.
Yeah, like I feel like that's obviously it wasn't as prominent at the time, but like a dodge mechanic like that is in like so many games, right? And it's so like even in Ratchet and Clank there was a dodge. I just played Halo 5 and they added circle or whatever the button is on Xbox controller, like little dodge. And like having that dodge button is just so important in like so many games. I don't know. It's a rewarding mechanic.
Especially if you can master
really
it.
Good.
Yeah. Once you mastered it in Metroid Dread, it was really fun. And like you jump over the bosses and just dodge them and then keep shooting them. It was fun. Okay. It's good. I think I like the bosses more in Metroid Fusion.
Okay. Because there's just as many bosses. And they're all very hard.
So I feel like
remember the gravity boss?
Not
Metroid
really.
Fusion?
I think I played it once. I played it once back in the day. But I think also just the time that it was brought out in, with things being a little bit harder and more challenging, I think that would be something that would be good for it today when it like if it were to come out tomorrow, like it wouldn't be holding your hand as much and it'd be more challenging, I think. And I think people would respect that today.
I think like Metroid Dread, people like you can go anywhere, but the game secretly funnels you into these areas and makes you feel like you've explored the right path by yourself. And it's just like it's pushing you that way, and you won't know it unless you like, I don't know, study game design or whatever.
Of course.
And I feel like Metroid Fusion does the same thing, where it like gives you this big area. It's like, cool, you need to go here on the map, but I can't tell you how to get here. Like all this other section is blank, and you figure it out by yourself. So I felt like it still feels good, and it's not wasting your time. You're not trying to guess, like, oh, I got a power, but now what do I do? Like, I don't know. Still feels very modern.
Okay, I feel like that could be this could be like a podcast topic for us one week. Is just like we just sit and discuss the best Metroid game, or just go through all the Metroid games and be like, oh, do you remember this one and this one, this one? Because for me, each one is a testament to like the year and the time and how old I was. And as I got older, I appreciated them more. And anyway, moving on. What's the next one?
It's the last one.
What's the last one?
I jumped a few years. I think I skipped the Nintendo 64. Sorry, it's too clunky, too old.
Yeah.
Like I haven't bought Nintendo Online because I don't need to replay those games.
You're right.
Been there, done that. The good ones have been remastered.
Yep, you're not wrong. And like the games on the NES and Super Nintendo are timeless because of the graphics, whereas 64 and GameCube to an extent, they're just like, especially 64, like they're just rough.
64 and PS1, move on. There's nothing good. Sure, Zelda was great, but they get better.
Yep.
So Nick, what franchise have I missed?
Zelda. No. Have you said Zelda? No, you did Zelda. You did Zelda. You've done Metroid. Oh, it's Mario. It'll be Super Mario World.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. That's the early. I told you the ones from like our childhood are so much easier to guess. But,
and I thought, should I say, I had Super Mario All-Stars plus World.
Yeah.
Like that's the best kart ever. Like people love the NES Marios, like in Super Mario Brothers 3, but like they want them on some people on the internet like them on the NES graphics, but like I played them on the Super Nintendo graphics and it looks way better. But 3, the levels are too short. They're really short. They're over before they start. Super Mario World had that like way better overworld.
How good is the music?
Yoshi, the secret levels.
To this day, the music is just so. It's like probably one of the best Mario games.
And like you can beat it in an hour if you know what to do. Maybe probably even 15 minutes. I think.
Yeah, you're right. You go behind the things and find all the secret.
But the game's huge. I think wasn't there like 96 exits or something ridiculous? And like I felt like me and you would play the special levels.
We played it
quite a lot. Like Tubular and Gnarly, I've forgotten the rest, but like they had all like very funky 90s words.
And then getting to like the secret star world and knowing all the secrets there, like what a great, that is a fantastic game.
So that's I know it's just so replayable. I feel like it's still good. Like people will complain the cape lets you fly over and skip all the challenge, but like man, if you can do it, go for it.
Yeah, if you can fly, if you want to skip the level, but also if you're skilled enough to do it, it's like those people that say, "Oh, don't screen cheat, stop screen cheating." You know how hard it is to screen cheat? Look at your screen, someone else's, and everyone else's. Work out what's going on, and still dominate. Now, if you can't screen cheat, you need to just get better at games.
Well, yeah. So that's my 12. I think 12 games. 12. I feel like influential games I really love.
Well, especially
that aren't on Nick's list.
Yes, yeah, fair. Well, yeah, just thinking about you're right. I feel like every single game in your list is like my brain just goes, oh yes, sit back and time travel back to 1994, 1995. What was the best thing? You know what? Super Mario World. Oh yeah, and on the GameCube.
You were playing Sonic. Don't be kidding yourself.
No, I had a Super Nintendo. Oh. I loved Sonic because of the cartoon. So the Sonic cartoon was what I was raised on. But that's why I love Sonic. It was the cartoon that I watched as a kid. I had a Super Nintendo, and I played just as much Mario World as you, and so much of that battle mode with my dad. Oh,
I think, yeah, like I had that. I don't think I owned Mario Kart. We owned like NBA, no, not NBA Jam.
yeah, you had NBA
Michael
Jam.
Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City.
Is that what it was? Oh no,
It
I
was,
swear
it
we
was like
had.
it was a basketball action game, like where you play as Michael Jordan and you throw basketballs and they have like different elements and stuff. Like
Jeez,
it
I
was so
think
dumb.
that's limited 1994. If it is, you're playing Michael
You know,
Jordan's
probably the height of
basketball.
Space Jam.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I swear you had NBA Jam though. I remember coming to your place
I
and
think
like
I think we just borrowed it or
I don't know.
hired it, rented
I
it from the
I
store, maybe.
I have
I
I
don't think
had.
we owned it.
There's definitely childhood memories in here of me versus Troy and being upset that as soon as he got the ball, he would just be like, "Woo!" and jump from one side of the court to the other and just dunk and score straight away.
I don't know how I played so many Super Nintendo games. I must have borrowed them from other people because I think we only own two:
Oh,
Super
right.
Mario World All Stars and the Michael Jordan game. All these other ones must have borrowed from people or rented from the store.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, that's my list.
Wow. So is Super Mario World your favorite from the list?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like
really?
I don't know, something about Mario and jumping, pressing that A button
Whoop, whoop.
and a reaction, like or, the character jumps on the screen,
Yeah,
but it feels good, right?
yeah.
Mario's jumps
The controls.
so good.
The controls are. I feel like the original 1985, 1981, 1985 Mario. It's all a bit like loose, where everything is so
Yeah,
tight.
it's a bit more slippery.
Yeah.
My only criticism I think of the game is like, why a game where you run 90% of the time? Like, why do you have to hold the run button? Like, it would be smarter to have hold the button to walk.
Yeah, but
And
games
people like
still do that today. Games still
yeah,
do
but
that today.
like non-gamers, right? They don't understand holding the run button. They don't like the joysticks obviously changes things, push forward, but like they don't understand hold the button down permanently to run and then press this other button with your thumb to jump.
You mean when other people play, just you invite friends and family over and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
let's play. Yeah, no one seems to know that. You're like, yeah, hold. Why am I not running? Why are you going so fast?
Even in like
hold the
a
button to
new
run.
Super Mario Brothers Wii or whatever, like they don't get it.
Oh, see, I put Dead Space in my list of things because I was like, because I was like, oh, this is
Dead Space 3?
Dead Space 2. Yeah, Dead Space
Is
2.
that Isaac?
Yeah, we should replay it and see if it still holds up.
No, but anyway, there you go, Nick. I think we should call it there. I don't know. I don't have the timer on my screen. You must do.
Yeah, we got to be close now. We got to be about
I can't even see the clock.
Yeah, we're a good 40 minutes in now. Oh, that's so funny. It's all good. Oh well, it's still what a great. Hopefully it all works out and I can upload it and it'll work really well as the first episode. And I don't know, we'll see. If not, then we'll try.
You know what? If anyone makes it here, people on podcasts love hearing themselves, right? Sorry, people listening to podcasts. If you have a question or a topic, we will talk about it.
Oh, absolutely. Because, well, yeah, that's right. If you've made it this far and you're still watching, the likelihood of that being anyone is probably 0.2%. So leave a comment. You write a comment, it'll be the first thing we talk about in our next podcast.
Next one.
Yeah, good point. Absolutely. Yeah, leave a comment below, and whoever writes comments, we will talk about whatever you want to ask. Absolutely, that is a great thing, Jeffrey. But I guess that, yeah, if you've enjoyed the podcast, if you've enjoyed watching us talk about games and travel back through time on Jeffrey's list on just these fantastic, these incredible games that, you're right, at the time were massive influences and set the bar for what is fun.
Right. Well, primarily Nintendo fanboy here. I think you're pretty much the same, Nick. But
absolutely, yeah.
Actually, no, your list is pretty non-Nintendo, I think.
Well, we didn't become PlayStation fans until the PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, so we were both
nothing good on PS2 anyway.
Yeah, we were both, and it's anything good has been remastered already.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't. It wasn't until we were 18, 19 that we got PlayStations. Then yeah.
All right, Nick. Let's wrap it up for the people.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for us, all that sort of stuff. You can find us at youtube.com/Nick&Jeff and
facebook.com/Nick&Jeff.
Yeah.
And Nick, I've got a surprise video, but I don't think it'll be ready until next week.
That's totally fine. And we're going to try and do the podcast every week. So I think we can try and do it every week. We'll see if we can do that. I don't know. Life is busy. I think times are hard.
Oh, I got a good topic then. Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
All right. See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.